And now to the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Hundreds of thousands of people cast their ballots in the state's presidential primaries, as well as in Senate and House contests. Both President Joe Biden and Donald Trump won their respective primaries, and the state is one of the major battleground states that will determine the outcome of the race for the White House in November.
I voted for Biden today in the presidential primary, and the reason for my vote is for preserving democracy, his economic policies, and his policies on reproductive rights. I think it's an important election. I think they all are. I think this one in particular, we've got to keep Trump out. I like Biden. I think he's done a good job.
Okay, I voted for Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, and I voted for him the last time. Was very, very disappointed because he did an excellent job, and I would vote for him again and again. Well, I'm praying that it's going to be fair. As long as it's fair, that they don't pull any fast things. I think that he will do a good job for us.
Now, President Biden and Donald Trump locked up their party's nominations back in March, but the state voters still had other options in the presidential primaries. Tuesday's Pennsylvania primary was one of the last tests of voter enthusiasm in a campaign already marked by low approval ratings for both candidates. In the Republican primary, Donald Trump secured a clear victory, but Nikki Haley, Trump's former rival, who dropped out of the race weeks ago, still won more than 147,000 votes across the entire state. Haley's surprise showing only underscores the discontent among Republicans against Trump as the former president battles to prove his innocence in a New York courtroom. Meanwhile, President Biden, who grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, took nearly 95% of the vote in the Democratic primary. The results show that the president is on much sturdier footing with his Democratic base in Pennsylvania. But he did face challenges of his own in the key state. Muslim and Arab American voters mounted an abandoned Biden campaign in the state to protest the president's handling of Israel's war in Gaza. President Biden has faced similar efforts in states like Michigan, Arizona, Wisconsin, and North Carolina, all battleground states that will determine the winner in November, all states that are crucial to Biden's reelection chances. Organizers in Pennsylvania aim to get 40,000 write-in uncommitted votes, and these results are expected to come soon because they will have to be entered manually. Now, ahead of the crucial primary, both President Biden and Donald Trump held events in Pennsylvania underscoring the state's role in the election. The state awards 19 electoral college votes out of the 270 needed to win, and it's one of the highest counts among all states. In 2020, Biden won Pennsylvania by less than 1.5%, or roughly 80,000 votes. And in 2016, Trump beat Hillary Clinton there by less than 45,000 votes. Before 2016, the state had voted for Democratic presidential candidates for nearly 3 decades. The state will be a key electoral prize this November. Both candidates have much work to do in shoring up their respective bases, but it is clearly Trump whose efforts are magnified as he still has far more fence mending to do in corralling Haley voters in a state where native son Joe Biden obviously has built-in advantages. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.